Can you see us now? Oh, that's me.
Now
Can you hear me
we?
now? Let me see. I'm having a hard time getting it on my. Oh,
No, I didn't hit the.
hey, thank
Hey, I didn't hit the start
you.
streaming button.
Welcome. Gruber says hi. We had for 10 minutes, we were just riffing, and no one was here to see it except for us and Candy.
We were missing.
Okay, thank
Yay,
you. What a good
thanks for
heads
letting
up.
us know. Wow.
I know. Thank you so much. That would have been the entire stream.
Well, we were having quite a time.
We were having a good time.
Okay, well, anything. So welcome.
Yes. Thanks for being here. We did have to go earlier today because we have a special birthday and we wanted to be done early.
Yeah.
Yes. Praise old Slewfoot, the stream live. What's up, really?
What's up?
Welcome. We said so many funny things before we knew we were live.
We cannot recreate now.
I want to try.
No.
Okay.
Okay, well
what's today about, Dad?
It's about Old Testament trivia. So Jess is going to ask Old Testament trivia. And we were just kind of recapping that this is a space. If you're in that place where you're wondering about your faith, having questions and that kind of thing, this is just a weekly place where you can come, hang out. We're going to have a topic. You can ask questions. It's primarily about Christianity and how we stepped away from it. My belief changed. And the more I looked into it, to reinforce my faith and do what I was told. Study it, dig deep, research it, and there's just no contradiction there. This is God's word. That's exactly what I did. And it was like, holy cow, there's no way this can be true. And just lost my belief through that process that the Bible is true and that God is true. And so here we are. And
my God has been replaced by Gruber, my dog. That's now who I worship. All hail Groove.
Candy's trying to relax.
I'm sorry.
Square her.
I'm sorry.
If you have any questions,
comments,
or just want to chill and listen, we're going to have some Old Testament trivia.
And you guys feel free to guess in the chat if you have any guesses about the Old Testament trivia.
And I will say a lot of people do really separate the Old Testament from the New Testament. Even if you're talking to somebody and it's like they'll say, well, God's not all loving. And they'll say, what do you mean? He's all loving. Jesus came and died for our sins. And it's like, well, did you know about this? They'll be like, oh, that's the Old Testament. Well, here's the little problem is that the Christian belief believes that God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit are one, have always been eternally from the beginning. So whatever was done, approved of, okayed in the Old Testament, it was approved, okayed by Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and the Old Testament. So there really is no separation.
Nope. And there's a point in the Old Testament where God says, this is the law for all time.
And Jesus reinforces that in the New Testament and says that these laws will be followed forever, and whoever does them will be called the greatest in the kingdom. Whoever doesn't will be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. And he was talking about the law. He says the law and the prophets, which is certainly all of the first five books of Deuteronomy, or of the Old Testament, and all the prophets. So basically all the Jewish scriptures. So problem. The challenge is he died, and then it was rewritten, and the Christian faith was developed by people who were after the fact and literally were trying to unconnect it from the Old Testament, not realizing can't do that. How would that happen? How's that possible? Wouldn't the Jews have known? That's why most Jews didn't believe in it. And that's why they left, and Paul went, and it became a Gentile-based religion, and then eventually made a Roman religion by Constantine. And from there, it was spread with force and power up until this current day. So...
And I want to take this comment that Faith said, letting your only son be nailed to a cross and left to die is not proof of a nice God. And I, for one, am just glad that somebody said it out loud because I think it's what we've all been thinking.
It's horrible.
It's a horrific. And
It's
then
just
when he's like, "Why have you forsaken me?" God's like, like Homer Simpson's into the bushes and leaves him alone. So it's a really good point. Jesus, I have come not to abolish the law, Christians. So you're abolishing the law, right? Yeah,
it is true.
exactly. That's hilarious.
It is true. And
yeah.
I do have empathy for people that are struggling with these things because I didn't believe I've said all the same things. I used to study apologetics, the Christian so true. Yeah, I used to defend all Christianity with these same points and even bought the books and followed the apologists. And following one of the apologists, Stand to Reason, Greg Kokel and his hordes, is what really helped me to deconstruct ultimately because it is just the worst logic. We talked about it last week, and the whole thing's based on supposed logic, and it's like, I don't know where they're coming from with that. But
yeah. What is an apologetic? I'll let Dad take this. That's such a good question. And you know what? We literally discussed that in the 10 minutes that we were off air and didn't know. So,
an apologist is someone who defends the Christian faith specifically. And I think it's now, and maybe it always has, applies to someone defending anything. But in the Christian world, it's someone who goes and studies apologetics, which are Christian responses to all the contradictions, questions, problems, moral issues, just all the problems there are. They've spent a lot of time and spend a lot of time developing answers that somehow make it so all of this can be cohesive and true and from God. They just don't work though. It's not good.
A lot of it is more of mental gymnastics. So it's not an apologist. Like apologetics would not use like historical scholarly manuscripts that actually like have dated and know what the actual original like Hebrew manuscript said. It would be kind of a it's kind of like what we talked about last week, where you might use straw men and you might use like
a straw man is just like
really
a poor
weird
representation of the actual idea, like a weak example of what you're trying to actually say so they can knock that straw man down. So a lot of that's done. And a lot of them will use old Hebrew words or Greek words, but that's the problem is most of them learn those apologetic items
and not necessarily
they
the
can't
historical
respond much more beyond that. And if you go much further, they don't have answers. There just aren't answers for the contradictions and the problems in the Bible.
Such as you're a loving God, but you let your son be nailed to a cross and left to die. Like that, there's you could argue your way out of that and be like, well, it was the only way. But then you could say, well, if he's all powerful, then that's not the only way. And so he's either all powerful or he's not, or he's not. He's all powerful. He's all good. Isn't the Greek translation of apologia like a reasoned defense or something?
Yep.
I didn't know that, but that's a reason.
I didn't either, but that.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Though.
I knew it
that
came
sounds
from
right.
something much older,
you
so
were like,
it wasn't
yes,
new.
That is the Greek.
Oh, I don't know any Greek.
yes.
So what I do is trust when it comes to the Bible. So that's what I during my deconstruction started realizing. Dude, there's all kinds of people that have dedicated their lives to the scholarship understanding of the original languages, cultures, contexts, the other cultures that surrounded it, because none of this happened in a vacuum. So even learning how much of the New Testament writings were influenced by Greek writings, the idea of a spirit and body coming together is a Greek philosophy that Christianity adopted. The Old Testament didn't have that kind of thought. So just there's people that dedicate their lives to studying little aspects of all of this, and that's scholarly. I mean, like you go to accredited universities, they're not telling you what to think. They're teaching you how to study everything that's available so you can develop your own ideas. Apologists for Christianity go to a college like I did. When I went to college, you have to sign that you will not You will not contradict any of their teachings, any of their core doctrines, no matter what you find out. And you're not finding anything out. You go 4 years to learn what that denomination believes so you can recite it and back it up. You don't go there to get questions answered. I found out quickly in Bible college, they do not like questions at all.
Which
It's
is
like,
never a good sign.
that's not what you're here for. That's after you get your 4 year degree. And then maybe you go to like seminary. That's where you really dig into those things. But a lot of Bible colleges, and when you graduate, I had to sign if I was going to be a minister for the Assemblies of God. I just signed a paper that said I agreed to certain things and I would not contradict them.
Yeah.
And the most bizarre thing is that I could not agree with them because I knew the Bible didn't teach it clearly. But I knew the director of the state of Ohio for the Assemblies of God, and they oversee all this. And several of the people that were pretty high up, and they really liked me and wanted me to be an Assembly of God minister, they said, well, you can go ahead and sign it and say, as it's okay. You don't have to sign this as long as you don't actively teach against it. So it's like they were admitting like, we'll let you be a minister. We don't really believe this thoroughly either, but it's taught from the platform and fought for in by apologetics that it is true. And I'm like, that's when I really started seeing like there's something going on here that isn't cool. Like, particularly in religion, if you don't know that you know something is true, you should not be saying it and
No.
teaching it in a way that could cause guilt, shame, embarrassment, spiritual shame, spiritual like, oh, I'm not as good as others because this isn't happening to me. Well, it's not happening because it's not true, like in certain aspects, and it's anyway, an apologist is someone who would be like for the Assemblies of God, would learn all their doctrines and they would learn all the defenses or tactics or reasoning to defend those. But they have holes in them all.
Yeah, like
Big
Swiss
time.
cheese.
So that was really long. Sorry.
Yeah, the Chicago statement is eerie as fuck. I sound so uncomfortable cussing. I wonder just how many people had that same talk and went and taught stuff they thought was bullshit.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh.
A lot.
Yeah.
We even talked some last week how the problem is, and I experienced it. So when I became a pastor the last 3 years of believing, and it was really like my last ditch effort. Like I'd always thought I'd been called to pastor. And it's like, well, I know I've been doubting a lot of this, but maybe this is it. God's showing me this is finally happening. And I went there and it was worse because I'm like, you cannot teach this stuff to people. Like people really listen and expect a pastor to be telling you the truth. Like, that this is true. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I just had to look up the Chicago statement. So that's just the Gospel Coalition, I get saying we affirm that scripture in its entirety is inerrant. Like just saying all of it's true.
So a coalition of evangelicals and
Yikes.
Protestants got together and the Chicago statement, and this
Okay,
is
I
years
didn't know
ago,
what that was. Okay.
to define what inerrancy is.
Okay.
And inerrancy is that there are no errors in the Bible. Like, I know it's hard to believe.
Because there's like so many talking animals and stuff. When this is a sidebar. I have a little thing called, I forget what it's called, melasma. Melasma, which means the skin above my lip darkens in the summer. And if you look closely, you can see what appears to be a mustache.
You cannot see it.
Mom said you can see it, and Mike thinks it's adorable.
Oh, it's fuzzy.
There's not hair.
I know.
But it does there. You look in the thing at Luigi. So.
Oh, look! If you look here, it looks same with me. I have this thing called. It seems like I have no hairs, Mus. And in the certain lighting, it looks like I don't have any hair on my head. So if you were to meet me in person, I've got like this big is it a coif?
Quaff.
I
like coif.
This is going nowhere.
He's got a coif.
Oh, you have coif fish in your pond. Little hairy fish. Okay, anywho.
That would be cute.
Okay, so today
I'm still stuck on I look like I have no hairs in this. Wait, are you not Daniel Day-Lewis? Fishhead?
That's pretty fun.
I like that you diverted anyone from making fun of my mustache. So thank you.
You don't have it.
I have melasma,
You're
and someone called it out I was like talking about how it looks like I have a mustache. And Mike, my fiance, had pretended for, I guess, 3 years to not notice. And when I finally worked up the nerve to say, can you notice like shading on the upper lip in the summer? And it looks like I have a mustache. He was like, oh yeah, but I didn't want to say anything. But I'm kind of rolling with
Have you ever
it.
been
I'm rolling.
Have you ever been in the government in Germany at any time?
This is bad. This is a bad rabbit trail. Okay. Now what we're gonna do? I'm your game show host, Uncle Jesse, and we're gonna do Old Testament trivia. And some of it's wacky. And feel free in the chat to jump in if you want to try and guess or if you know the answers. I just picked some of the wackiest stuff I could find because this is in the Bible.
Yeah,
Dad's currently picking a dried booger out of Candy's face.
no, it's that
really
eye
sweet.
stuff they get.
Oh yeah, her eye goobers, Candy's goobers.
Okay, give us a.
All right. When the prophet Elisha was being teased by a group of youths, what strange punishment did he call upon the Lord to dish upon them?
Were they Utes?
The youths. I almost wrote Utes.
Okay, so they were. This was youth making fun of a prophet.
Were making fun of a prophet, and he called upon the Lord to punish them in a very specific way, and God. Really weird.
Well,
you are correct, and there's a bonus feature to this.
Wait! It's what he just made. He turned them into bears.
That would be better. No, he. You're correct in that it's bears. I like that you said true first.
I pleased myself with that answer.
Turn them into bears. Mama bear. And this one was just right. He called upon them to be mauled to death by bears. She bears. And for a bonus 30 points, what were they teasing the prophet Elisha about? Do you know?
Oh, yeah.
Do it.
Wait, let's see if anybody knows.
What could have warranted?
I
because maybe they were saying like, Elisha, you're a pedophile, and they maybe deserved to be mauled by bears. What were they teasing Elisha the prophet about that warranted them to be mauled? Yes. So
he had no hairs misses.
I don't see any hairs misses. So to set the stage, one of God's chosen prophets, Elisha, is bald, and a group of teenagers is.
That's funny.
That is so well played. His upper lippy. Okay, I'm gonna call upon Gruber. Touche. That was really funny.
Really funny.
Yeah. So, a group of teenagers is like, "You're bald," and Elisha goes, "God, maul them to death with bears." And God's like, "Seems legit to me." Has them mauled.
Wait. Did he call them, or did God just send them?
I think he called upon them. I think he called upon God to have them mauled by bears. If God was just like, "I got you, bro," and sent bears, that's even better.
No, I think it might be.
But I love that Elisha was so butthurt by being made fun of teenagers about being bald that he cursed them by being mauled by bears. It's one of my favorite.
But think about the problem.
No, don't high five. Really, don't high five. I guess I brought it up. Not that you can't see. I'm going to see how dark it can get this summer. And I'm going to come in next time like, no, I am not making this up.
Wait, where was it at?
Well, Really Weird says the kids say, "Go away, bald head. Go away, bald head." Oh, well, that deserves being killed by bears. Let's see. Elisha.
Oh, no, you're right. When he turned around and saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then 2 she-bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys.
That seems fair. It's one of my favorite God stories ever. So good.
So stupid.
It's That's so stupid. And I love that anyone like reading the Bible either is so zoned out when they're in this book of the Bible because it's so boring that they just gloss over that story and are like, that
A
seems
lot of
right.
times this will snap you back to attention.
Yeah,
Okay,
wait,
so
what?
here's all it says about it. It says he went up from there to Bethel, and while he was going on the way, some small boys came out of the city and jeered at him, saying, "Go away, bald head! Go away, bald head!" When he turned around and saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. Then two she bears came out of the woods and mauled 42 of the boys. From there, he went on to Mount Carmel and then returned to Samaria. So an apologist. So this is where apologists come in because people bring this up as like, what? So this is like,
So good.
okay, so now if like some pastor or something gets a group of small boys or even teens, let's say, and they're all making fun of you, is that what you're supposed to do? Is curse them? So and then God sends bears out to get them, or is there a better plan? I don't know, but so an apologist would say, well, listen, it says small boys, but what if there were? Have you ever seen a bunch of angry small boys? And there were 42 of them. So only 42 of them got mauled. So maybe there was 100 small boys and they were all going to swarm on to maybe he was so worried about that they were calling him bald head, he thought next they were going to attack him and kill him or something. So maybe that's why he cursed them. The problem is that's all.
We don't have that context.
Yeah,
though.
you're all just all we get is they jeered at him, so they made fun of him,
Go away,
called him
bald head.
names,
Go away,
and
bald head.
and whatever it is, whatever it is, what answer could you come up with that it's okay for wild animals to maul? Like, have you ever seen The Revenant with
Oh God,
Leonardo
Leo.
DiCaprio? The bear mauling scene in that is horrific. Just give that a try and watch the bear attack scene in The Revenant and see how it could ever make sense. What justice is there, no matter what their intention was, even if they were stopping him from God's mission, whatever, how could that be okay?
Well, and you have to all take it all into the context that in this universe, in this multiverse in the Old Testament, that there is an all-powerful God who could do anything he wants, and he decided this was the best option to take care of the problem. And he couldn't have just made the boys walk away nicely, or suddenly grow Elisha a head of luscious hair, which was also an option. But he goes, the most fitting punishment is definitely to have these kids mauled by bears.
It's just like, but that's where, who are you to question God?
To not want children mauled by bears?
We're supposed to be people that have morals and think about these things and love and ethics and all that. So when you're reading the Bible and you hear that, that's where these problems start to come up. We're reading them in a book where we're told love is kind, gentle, patient. Oh, we never. Yeah, love is I used to know.
The
right?
fruit of the spirit. It's love. Or no, love is patient. Love is kind. Love keeps no record of wrongs. It doesn't boast. It's gentle.
Yeah, these are all the things here, right? That's an act of a loving situation.
That's a good point. Faith's like 42 of the boys. Geez, how many were there? And it is interesting that it's a she bear and not a he bear. I wonder if that's because she bears are so much scarier because they have the mama bear connotation.
Or is there some play? See, I wonder if it was some like they were trying to make a point, like
women suck.
It's the women bear, it's the small boys, the bears, cub. Who knows? Like
it's really
did this really happen? But it's told as if it really happened, and people will defend it. I have been in churches where this is used as the weekly message, as a positive thing.
Do not let those pastors take your kids on a youth trip to Gatlinburg where there's black bears everywhere.
I mean, I've heard where this is like, I've heard this sermon done so many different ways in a positive light. And it just never comes up like, wait a minute.
Well, okay, this is great. My next trivia, I guarantee you, has never come up in a sermon, ever. You guys ready for this one?
I'm ready.
And jump in if you want to guess. When David wanted to marry King Saul's daughter, what strange dowry did Saul request?
I know. I don't know the number, but I know the items.
Well, so David wants to marry King Saul's daughter, and he comes up and asks, "Can I marry your daughter?" And he goes, "Yes, but you must bring me blank." What do you think that King Saul requested David to bring him as a strange dowry?
And I will say,
It's my favorite thing.
I will say when Mike came over and asked if he could marry you, which was so cool that he came over and asked
I
me and Mom.
He's a best.
We didn't make the same request. Yeah, if you'll do this.
You know what it is?
I do.
Say it.
I think it's a whole lot of foreskins from his enemies. He had to go.
It was 100 Philistine foreskins. Say that 5 times fast. But he is the best. We love him.
And when he could get home.
I know. We love him so much. Yeah. So I'm glad. Did you only ask for 50 foreskins when he asked for my hand? Well, David was an overachiever, and here's the bonus.
He is.
How many foreskins did David actually bring?
I don't know that. Got me.
Any guesses? He's supposed to bring 100, but as an overachiever who really wanted to marry King Saul's daughter, how many foreskins did David bring? 200 foreskins. 212. Heck yeah. He went with a round easy number. He could have done 212. If you're getting 200 foreskins, you could easily get 212.
That is crazy.
Isn't that weird? And how did he... I don't. They haven't made the cinematic movie about that. Because do you remember how they did Joseph, Prince of Dream, or Moses, Prince of Egypt?
Yeah,
I do
remember.
What if they did this story, but in like musical kid? I am not afraid.
Ow! And in the background.
Ow! My pee-pee. Yeah.
What's so weird about this is like this is like no one even thinks about this because the Bible has been such a part of culture for so long. You just read it and it's like, well, I remember the first time reading it, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what is this fascination with cutting off the tip of people's like in a god? Like the god, like have you seen the pictures from the telescopes that go into deep space and just how vast and complex this universe is and how massive and it's just, and there's a God, this God who spoke all in existence is somehow like really zoned in on the tip of guys.
And really weird said.
Where would that, well, it came from, that's what every ancient culture did, weird stuff like that. Like, like piercings and cuttings and stuff like that. That's where it came from. It's like, hey, we're going to talk about God. What would our God want? Ugh. Wheel? Not yet invented. I know.
Penis tip. Maybe they had them like chitlins later or something.
It is so bizarre.
Really weird. If you give me like a genre of music to put the John T. montage of foreskin collection to, and I will come up with something for you. What if it was done? Okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this? It's small and it is round. What's this? What's this? They're all around town.
They look like calamari, but they're really kind of scary. What's this?
Yeah.
Benny Hill? Is he the one that's like
No, I can't remember it's
like,
oh my God, I watched
isn't it Blitz? Or that one song we were talking about. Wow. What? I feel like that's fitting for a foreskin montage. Thank you. We didn't learn any of these Bible stories in my Presbyterian church. I wouldn't have been able to keep a straight face. Oh my God. Can I tell you that I was in teen Bible quiz once? There was a question about circumcision and the quiz master was like a 20-something guy. And I think I was 14. And he goes, the question was, what is circumcision? And I was the team captain, just put my head down and began violently laughing. Dad, the coach, begins violently laughing. We had to call a timeout, but I couldn't even call it because I was laughing so hard. So you're not alone. Like no one can keep a straight face when there's this much foreskin discussion.
Oh, what's crazy is think of all those people, like the other team and stuff, didn't even laugh.
They didn't even flinch. They're like, my foreskins, yes.
Yes, God has his ways. They're above our ways. They're down in their trouser ways.
That song is down with the sickness that he does the scream, wow, in the opening. Which is a good opening for a foreskin montage.
This will just hurt a bit.
Wow. Okay, next one. This is such a fun one.
Okay, do it.
Are we done talking about? Oh, yeah.
Okay, I am so. Hey, I've known 2 of them so far.
2 foreskins?
I've never known one because they do it right when you're a baby.
Thank goodness for that. Truly. Are you guys done talking about foreskins? We don't have to move on.
It's like a hoodie.
It's like a snuggie.
I could talk about them all day. And then like a turtleneck.
Oh, so cute. Did we put the 18 and older thing on this one?
Oh,
okay. I'll wait.
Yeah.
You never know when
were you looking at my hair?
No, there's a big, huge bird flying around outside. I was trying to see what it was. A vulture, I think.
Eek.
Okay, we're moving on. If priests had this particularly strange physical deformity, they were not allowed to bring sacrifices before the Lord. What was this physical deformity?
I'm thinking it's something to do with a crushed something or other. Do I know my Bible?
This is in the Bible.
A crushed
really weird
testicle.
says, I'm still pissed they took it. I know. No one even asked you. Sorry. He said next. So if you had this physical deformity, you were not allowed to bring an offering before the Lord, even if you were a priest.
Crushed testicle.
Correct. I'm not going to say that one. Doopity-doo. Yes, you were not allowed to have. Well, I think missing fingers was there was a huge list of deformities that priests could not have to bring offerings before the Lord. Crushed testicles was my favorite. So A, how does that happen? B, who cares? See, God is so judgmental.
The testicles were very important to God too, because I remember there's
fixated on some testes.
Because one of the laws I think we've talked about it on here before is like, if your husband is in a fight with another guy and you as his wife go in to help and you grab the other guy's privates like to help or whatever, the law is to cut your hand off. That's Old Testament Bible law. Do you believe it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was on my trivia list. Yeah.
Oh.
Same. I think we're the same height. In fact, I know we're the same height because we've stood back to back many times and measured.
Okay.
I'm Googling right now, does God hate dwarves? Because I'm like Gimli. It's the dwarves who go swimming with little hairy women.
Easy.
That's a quote from Lord of the Rings. Hold on. What does the Bible say about dwarfism?
I think, hey, if you're out there listening to this or something, God loves all people of all heights.
Right, but I don't. Oh, God gives instructions to Moses regarding the Aaronic priesthood. Aaron. Okay, the text states that a descendant of Aaron who is a dwarf, blind, lame, or has other physical defects may not approach the altar to offer food offerings to God. But don't worry, you're still allowed to eat the holy food. But I would be like, screw you, man. You made me this way.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Leviticus 21, 16 through 23. So that spans 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Leviticus what?
So that's 21, verse 16 through 23.
Wait, I just wonder if I typed in dwarf.
I thought he makes all of us. So how could he hate any of us? That's my question. That is my absolute question.
It gets better. It gets better.
Can we even read that? I mean, it's in the Bible.
Now, this is the Revised Standard Edition.
Oh, I couldn't.
Okay, here's what it says. This is Leviticus.
Hold on to your butts. Yeah.
Chapter 21, 16. Or
It's bad.
Indeed, no one who has a blemish shall draw near one who is blind or lame, or one who is mutilated or deformed, or one who has a broken foot or broken hand, or a hunchback, or a dwarf. Gabe is right. Or a man with a defect in his eyes, or an itching disease, or scabs, or crushed testicles.
God is so judgmental.
He is so loving. He does love all people.
He would not be down with the body positivity movement.
He loves all people.
Is this Mein Kampf for the Bible?
I mean, that is bizarre. Why don't more people talk about that? That is
a blemish. I have one right now. You can't see it, thank God, with this camera, but I have a little constellation of breakout here because I mistimed some of my hormone regulating pills and then grew a mustache, developed a breakout.
This is so bizarre. Like,
it's a treasure trove. It's a treasure trove. A blemish, a defect in his eye. So that means Gruber could not bring before the Lord.
And the whole thing is like here you get the apologetics again. Well, how could this be? Well, God is so holy and so perfect and so we just can't understand his beauty, his brilliance, his wonderfulness. So you can't come into his presence if you have any flaw. Then why did he make us with any of those?
I just revised.
Why would you allow your beloved people to have any of those if you wanted them in your presence? The simple fix: don't let them have any of those.
Don't make them
or make it so they can't have them. Like,
I also just revised a song that I just revised in honor of this verse. You ready?
Yes.
Holy, holy, holy. Oh, God hates the molies.
And your back is hunched, you freaky little dwarf. Lightning.
Sorry, I popped into my head and I'm like, oh God.
That was really good.
Thank you.
Really
I got another Old Testament trivia for you.
Okay, this is really it pleases me, lady.
Thanks a million. What kind of man was Boaz? I think I need to set the stage. Boaz is held to this incredible standard as like the perfect husband.
Wait, what kind
in
of
the Bible? Wait, I haven't fully asked the question yet.
Horny?
Is it really good? Yeah. Oh yeah. Very horny. Boaz was like the gold standard of man. Thank you. Thank you. For me or dad. Nice voice. Both, I bet. Boaz was, it's the Christian girl thing of, I just want to meet my Boaz. I just want to meet my Boaz. And he worked, I know, he worked like so hard to win over Ruth. So my trivia question is, what kind of man was Boaz before he met Ruth?
What kind of man?
Kind of man was he before he met Ruth?
What kind of man?
He was ruthless.
That's good, man. That's classic.
A pimp? Yeah, probably.
He was ruthless.
Isn't that great? Now we'll do like
wait. You might have to explain that real quick.
Oh, okay. Boaz and Ruth is the big Romeo and Juliet story in the Old Testament, which is kind of gross because he like picks that he wants her and then he works for 7 years or something. Sigh. No, it's really funny. And
oh no, we're getting your story, but that's.
Am I getting it mixed up?
That was,
you explain it. Elizabeth.
Isaiah.
Dang it.
Ruth is the story in the. I think it's the only. Am I thinking the right story? Well, Ruth comes back to Israel with her mother-in-law, turns her back on all of her family because she's not a Jew, and she comes back, and Boaz takes a shine to her, and he's a wealthy guy, has all the crops and everything. So the whole book is about how Ruth's mother-in-law helps Naomi tells Ruth how to go get him to like him, go sleep at his feet during the night, curl up next to his feet,
Does everyone not do that?
I don't know. But anyway, that's the story. And Boaz is a Jewish guy. And by taking her as his wife, like gives her protection and all this stuff. So that's kind of the gist of it.
Thank you. That was a good summary. I was mixing that up with another romantic tryst story.
It wasn't Isaiah. It was no, he sent one of his he sent his kid to go get a wife.
Oh.
I mean, it's Israel.
Yeah, it's a good
Jacob.
story in my estimation.
Isn't it Jacob? Yeah, Jacob and Laban.
Oh, okay.
All that whole deal where he goes, works for her for 7 years. He gets him drunk and gives him his ugly daughter and has her sleep with him. Leah, I think it is.
Aww.
And then we wake up in the morning and goes, and he's like, that's okay. I love my Rebecca so much. I'll work 7 more years. I think I could be getting a couple names wrong, but
no, that sounds right.
Oh, Sarah.
Is Sarah the ugly one?
No, it's Abraham and Sarah. God,
Abraham
there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. But
okay.
I get the gist. All right, tell us.
Now we're going to do a rapid fire round real quick to wrap up here. Rapid fire. All right. How many books are in the Old Testament?
66 minus 27. 39.
Ding, 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 ding. How old was the oldest person in the Bible?
969 years.
Correct. What was his name? Who put Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in a fiery furnace?
Pillsbury Doughboy.
Woohoo! 69. Oh.
Chef Boyardee. It was the Boney. Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar.
Biden. Trump. Oh, it smells lovely oven. No, do it.
Me do Trump?
Yeah.
I can't do it. It's the most beautiful oven I've ever. It's spectacular, truly tremendous oven. It's not good.
That was.
Thanks. I can only do one impression.
I would know who that is.
Please don't hurt my story again, Mr. Gower. I know you feel bad.
That sounds exactly.
I know. It's baby Jimmy Stewart. Okay, another rapid fire Old Testament. How old was Sarah and Abraham when she became pregnant with her first son?
I just 100.
Abraham was 100 and Sarah was
90.
Yes. Bing, 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 bing.
That came from the dark recesses.
We got hearts. I know this is junior Bible quiz brain. How many?
Crushed. Undescended, crushed.
72.
How...
Oh, what did Aaron's rod turn into when he... This is not a euphemism. When he cast it on the ground before Pharaoh.
Oh, that's right. Ozempic. A hose? No. A leaky hose? A snake.
A snake. Yeah.
There's some crazy stuff.
There is some crazy stuff. Do you guys in the chat have any Old Testament? Yes. Did you get that? Did you know that from my charades or did you know that? I think it was from my charades. Do you have any Old Testament trivia to throw my way? I love lightning round.
When the people were so evil, what did God do? Decide to get rid of them all in the Old Testament?
How did he decide to get rid of them? Was this a generational punishment?
This was the biggie.
Flood.
Yeah. It was kind of sad. How many animals were on the ark?
2 by 2.
I have no idea. No, I'm not. I can't just come up with questions.
What was?
Wait, is that all the questions you had?
Nope, I had a bunch of cards at home and I left them at home. So these were from memory that I quickly typed up as you were booting up the live stream. I had them on like colored cards.
Oh, here, I'll get it really quick.
2012, absolutely. That sounds right to me.
Here,
Winner! Okay, you're going to give me some Old Testament trib?
Yeah.
Who was the first man and first woman?
On the moon.
Neil Armstrong, not
Who was the first man who saw the woman's moon?
Uranus.
Okay,
like,
I know this cannot be pleasing to our moderator.
I know. Do you hate this really weird?
You're gonna be like, oh my god.
We had a really good amp up round. We did about an hour of rehearsing some songs that we're gonna do for a gig in the future, and it went really well. And I feel like it bolstered our self esteem. What lie did the serpent tell in the Garden of Eden?
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
This came
what
up.
lie? You should not be naked. Let those tatas fly.
What lie did no lie?
No, he didn't tell a lie because he just said you'll understand the knowledge of good and evil if you eat from the fruit. Is a trick question.
I'm saying no lie.
Don't leave us hanging, Rilla.
Well, I could be completely wrong too.
The snake told the truth on that. Yeah, dang, Dad.
I know. I didn't know
job.
that until.
No, that was a really good one. Ask more. You know what I think we should do next week?
I'm getting some. This poor
That was
dog.
you know what we should do next week is wacky trivia from the Book of Revelation. I think that would be hysterical because it's just stuff you can't believe is actually in the Bible.
Sure, I'm gonna let you down. Whoa.
Ooh! Are you okay?
Yeah. She's just been freaking out on my lap.
I know. There's a big delay. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. It's a big delay.
Okay, here we go. Old Testament trivia questions and answers.
Who saw the wheel a turning?
Oh, don't look over here. On which day of the creation did God create land, animals, and humans?
6th.
Yes. What was the name of the garden where Adam and Eve had their first taste of lasagna? Olive Garden. Oh, you got some pretty good. That was I like that response. That was okay. Of what wood was Noah's Ark made? Acacia wood, cedar of Lebanon, carob wood, or gopher wood?
Gopher.
It was gopher wood. How long was the ark? 500, 100, 300, 250 cubits.
Football the 300 one.
Yep. Oh my gosh, you're on a roll.
Know a lot about.
Well, I need to ask these people. Okay.
Ask these people.
Like, I'm sorry. 9 crowns on 7 dragons and all that crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Revelation. Let's do it. That'll be so fun.
Okay, David. This is a question about David. No, this is a question about Paul. New Testament. Jump to the New Testament.
Oh.
Who restored Paul's sight after the Lord blinded him? Peter, Luke, Ananias, or Matthew? Ananias.
I knew that when I was letting them get.
Well, they don't know who answered.
Who saw the big wheel turning in the sky?
Big wheel keep on rolling, proud Mary keep on.
No, Claritin.
Ezekiel.
Yes.
Ezekiel. Okay, so this is getting okay. So what we'll do is, next week we'll have someone
who will now go to hell. Yeah.
Dang it.
You guys, this is so fun. Thank you for being in the chat, really, and Faith. This was an extra fun one today.
And and if no one has any questions or anything, we kind of ran out of our questions. So
sorry, I left my cards at home.
Oh, it's okay.
I tried to draw it out as long as I can, but there is so much Old Testament testicle trivia that I could have done, and I'm like, the answer to everything can't be OTT, baby. The answer to everything can't be testicles. I mean, it can. It gets redundant. Old Testament testicle trivia, OTTT. Our texts are delayed to you. Okay, that's what I thought someone had said, that there's a delay. But I think we're going to sign off because I'm about to pee my pants.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for being here. And
that was really fun.
An awesome week. And we will see you soon.
See you next week. Bye.